Chapter 11, The Second Bell and the Keeper of Silence. The stairs narrowed as we climbed toward the chamber of the second bell. The stone walls seemed to close around us, pulsing with a slow heartbeat that was not human. Emma kept her eyes forward, Silas guarded the rear with his lantern, and the angel walked at my side, his light shaping the shadows into trembling, obedient shapes. As we neared the landing, a chill replaced the storm's dampness. It was not cold like winter, but cold like absence, like something had drained the warmth from the air itself. Silas whispered, "It feels empty." The angel answered, "That is because the second vow was silence." We reached the wooden door. Unlike the first, this one bore a single vertical slash carved down its center, deep enough to splinter the grain. Emma reached toward it but froze when a low hum vibrated through the wood, as if the door itself warned her away. The angel raised his hand. "Silas," he said gently, "you open this one." Silas hesitated. "Why me?" "Because the vow tied to this bell belongs to your lineage." Silas stiffened. "My family. That cannot be right. We are not from AshWood either, we." The angel's voice remained calm. "You inherited silence. That is the wound your lineage carries." I saw Silas's jaw clench. I had known him a long time, and though he was brave, there were certain truths he kept buried under layers of reluctance. Silence was one of them. Slowly, with trembling fingers, he pushed the door open. Inside hung the second bell. This one was whole. No cracks, no markings, no darkness leaking from the seams. It was almost beautiful, untouched by time. But the air around it was suffocating, thick with a silence so heavy it felt like cloth pressed over our mouths. Emma tested her voice, whispering, "Hello." No sound came out. She tried again, louder. Nothing. Silas touched his throat, eyes wide. "I cannot speak." Neither could I. The angel alone remained unhindered. His voice carried through the chamber, steady and commanding. "This is the bell of the unspoken," he said. "The vow of your ancestor, Silas, was to speak truth without fear. To serve as witness. To declare what others hid in darkness. But your ancestor chose silence when the vow demanded courage." The eyes of Silas darkened with shame. He tried to force out a question, but no words escaped. The angel stepped beside him. "To heal this bell, the silence must be broken. Not with loudness, but with honesty." The bell suddenly tolled. Not loudly, but with a deep, suffocating resonance that made the chamber tremble. Images flooded the air around us, painted in faint shadows. A man stood in a burning field, clutching a scroll. Behind him, monstrous shapes slaughtered the innocent. The man trembled, tears streaming down his face, but he did not speak. Even as people begged him to warn the town, he held his silence, paralyzed by fear of rejection, fear of ridicule, fear of responsibility. Silas stepped forward, breathing heavily. His ancestor's face looked too much like his own. The angel placed a hand on his shoulder. The vow broke because he refused to speak the truth entrusted to him. Silas lowered his head, tears trembling in his eyes. Emma reached toward him, but the angel raised a hand. "No. Only he can choose." Silas closed his eyes and began to pray silently. I felt the words in my spirit, though his voice made no sound. "Jesus Christ, give me courage. Give me strength. Break the silence my family carried for generations. I surrender my voice to you. I speak truth in your name." The room vibrated. The bell shuddered. And suddenly Silas gasped as air rushed into his lungs. He opened his mouth. And for the first time since entering the chamber, a sound broke through the suffocating silence. "Enough." The word hit the air like a hammer. The bell flared with blinding light. The silence shattered like glass. Emma staggered back, covering her ears. I shielded my eyes. The angel stood firm, absorbing the radiance spreading across the chamber. When the light faded, the bell hung still and whole, glowing faintly with restored strength. Silas fell to his knees, breathing hard. The angel helped him rise. The vow of witness is restored, he said gently. Truth has returned to your lineage. Silas wiped tears from his cheeks. I did not know I was carrying this, he whispered. You carried it, the angel said, because your family could not. But Jesus Christ has freed you from that burden. Emma stepped forward, placing a hand on Silas's arm. You were brave. He nodded, though his breath trembled. We have one bell left. The angel stepped toward the stairwell leading upward. The third bell is the strongest, he said. The deepest vow. The darkest history. I felt a heaviness settle in my chest. Not fear, but a warning. Whose lineage is tied to the final bell? I asked. The angel looked at me. Straight into me. You already know, he said quietly. My stomach dropped. Emma and Silas stared at me, eyes wide. The angel's voice lowered. The third bell belongs to you, B.J. Mayfield. The tower shook. The darkness stirred. And everything inside me knew he was right.